In the glamorous yet chaotic world of Turkish television, no love story has ever captivated audiences the way Yaman and Demet Özdemir did. Their on-screen romance in Erkenci Kuş was not just acting, it was electric, powerful, and unforgettable. The chemistry between them was so real, so undeniable, that fans across the globe were convinced it had to extend beyond the camera. And for a time, it did. But fame is cruel, and life has a way of pulling even the closest hearts apart. Over the years, Can and Demet took different paths, his leading him to international stardom in Italy, hers grounding her as one of Turkey's most versatile and respected actresses. Rumors, scandals, and silent glances at public events only added to the mystery of what really happened between them. And now, in a shocking turn of events, whispers have emerged that reveal something fans never expected: Can Yaman's secret truth, that he needs Demet Özdemir now more than ever. The beginning of a phenomenon. When Erkenci Kuş premiered, no one could have predicted the global obsession it would trigger. From Turkey to Spain, from Italy to Latin America, millions tuned in not just for the story, but for the chemistry between Can and Demet. Their playful banter, intense eye contact, and effortless closeness created the illusion of a love so pure that it blurred the lines between fiction and reality. Behind the scenes, stories circulated of late-night rehearsals that turned into conversations, of laughter that lingered after the cameras stopped rolling. Colleagues noticed the bond, and soon, so did the world. Fans created fan pages, edited videos, and flooded social media with pleas for them to admit what everyone already believed, that they were in love. The split that shattered fans. But as quickly as their fairy tale seemed to rise, it crumbled. Can Yaman, ambitious and hungry for success, turned his focus toward Europe. His journey led him to Rome, Milan, and beyond, where he became an international heartthrob, adored by Italian audiences and courted by global brands. Demet, meanwhile, stayed in Turkey, building her career with serious roles that showcased her range and determination. Suddenly, they were no longer a pair. Rumors of fights, misunderstandings, and even betrayal began to swirl. Yet, through it all, neither confirmed nor denied. Their silence became the loudest answer, leaving fans heartbroken and confused. Who ended it? Why? And most importantly, did they still love each other? Can's secret struggles abroad. At first, Can seemed unstoppable. His Italian projects, his charity work, his high-profile appearances, all painted the image of a man thriving. Yet insiders noticed cracks in the facade. Despite the glamour, Can often looked tired, restless, even lonely. He surrounded himself with people, yet his eyes betrayed something else: longing. Friends whispered that behind the parties and the fame, Can often spoke of Demet. That she was the one person who truly understood him, not as a celebrity, not as an icon, but as a man. In interviews, whenever her name came up, he grew cautious, but his expressions gave away what his words never could. The secret truth began to form: no matter where his career took him, Can could not escape the shadow of Demet Özdemir. Demet's silent power. Demet, for her part, built a fortress of silence. She refused to exploit the rumors for attention, instead focusing on her craft. She starred in dramas that earned her critical acclaim, navigated her personal life quietly, and presented herself with dignity. But silence speaks louder than words. Whenever she appeared in public, fans couldn't help but connect her elegance to the love story she once shared with Can. Each time she wore a certain expression, posted a cryptic quote, or avoided a question, the internet exploded with theories. Was she hinting at unfinished feelings? Was she secretly waiting for him? Her silence kept the story alive, making her more powerful in the narrative than if she had spoken outright. And for Can, that silence may have been the very thing that haunted him most. Why Can needs her now? So why does Can Yaman need Demet Özdemir now more than ever? The answer lies in everything he has gained, and everything he has lost. He has fame, fortune, and international recognition. He has millions of fans, contracts, and luxurious homes. Yet none of it can replace the emotional grounding that Demet once gave him. She knew him before the world claimed him. She saw him not as the larger-than-life star, but as the passionate, flawed, ambitious man behind the image. Insiders close to can say that in his quietest moments, he admits it, Demet was the one who kept him balanced. With her, he laughed more freely. With her, he felt less pressure to be perfect. And now, surrounded by a world that demands perfection at every turn, Ken longs for the simplicity of what they once had. The world reacts. The whispers of Ken's secret truth have stunned fans. Social media has been flooded with emotional posts, old clips of Ken and Demet holding hands, smiling at each other, looking into each other's eyes as though no one else existed. Hashtags like #CanDemetForever and #BringThemBack trend whenever even the smallest rumor surfaces. In Italy, fans ask if Ken's new romances are just distractions. In Turkey, fans speculate that Demet's silence means she knows more than she reveals. Everywhere, people cling to the hope that their story isn't over, that destiny may bring them back together. The future. Will Ken Yaman act on this truth? Will he reach out to Demet, admit what fans have long suspected, and try to rekindle what they once shared? Or will he remain silent, letting the memory of their love become nothing more than a haunting what-if? The answer is known only to them. But one thing is undeniable, Ken Yaman's secret truth has reignited a story that refuses to die. Fans will continue to wait, to hope, to believe that somewhere in the middle of fame, distance, and silence, love might find its way back. And perhaps, just perhaps, Ken Yaman's greatest role is not on screen, but in the love story he still carries in his heart, a story where Demet Özdemir is the missing piece he needs now more than ever. What makes this revelation so powerful is not just the idea that Ken Yaman still needs Demet Özdemir, but the timing. He has reached the peak of his international career, and yet, in the middle of all the applause and red carpets, there is a silence that success cannot fill. That silence is the absence of Demet. She represents not only love, but also a sense of grounding, a reminder of who he was before fame turned him into an untouchable figure. For Demet, too, the echoes remain. She has grown stronger, more independent, and more admired than ever, but fans often note that her brightest smiles appeared when she was standing next to Ken. Perhaps that is why their story continues to dominate conversations, because together, they reflected something rare, an authenticity that felt almost impossible in the world of celebrity. In the end, whether they reunite or not, the truth is already clear, Demet will always be the person Ken needs most, the one whose presence lingers in every role he plays, every city he travels, and every stage he commands. And as long as fans keep believing in that truth, their story will never truly fade away. For millions of fans, this story has become more than celebrity gossip. It is a reflection of hope, heartbreak, and the belief that true love never really disappears. When they see Ken looking restless or Demet posting something cryptic, they connect it to the bond that once lit up their screens. That connection makes people believe that even if years pass, some loves are destined to resurface. And so, the legend of Ken and Demet continues to grow, because deep down, everyone knows that sometimes the greatest love stories are not the ones that end, but the ones that refuse to die.